So this is the basic interface of dev C++ compiler. We will write our source code and then we will translate our source code into machine code. So first of all we will click on a file, then new, then source file. So we have created a source file and we will write our instructions in a source file. So at the top of the program, generally we write hash include iostream. So what is the meaning of a hash? Any line that will start with a hash symbol is called preprocessor directive. Preprocessor means that we have instructed the compiler to do something. The compiler will follow our instructions. After a hash symbol, we can write two words. The first word is include and the second is hash define. What are the meaning of a hash include and a hash define? Include mean that we want to include something in our program and we will use the functionality of that file. So by writing hash include, we can include any header file. So using hash include, we can include header file. What is a header file? Header file has some functionality that we will use in our program. This functionality is already written by someone and we will use that functionality in our program. So for the purpose of using that functionality in our program, we write hash include and that header file is included in a angle braces. So we will write opening angle brace and closing angle brace. Here we will write the name of the header file. We have included the header file that is iostream. Iostream means I for input and O for output. And the stream means that there will be some flow and we will write or we will read from the console and this flow will be on our screen. That screen is called console. So using this file we can write anything on a screen and we can read something from the screen. So using this functionality we have included iostream file in our program and we can easily read and write from the console. The other thing that we can use in a preprocessor directive is hash define. So hash define will define some values. For example, we have the value of pi that is 3.14. This is a constant value. So to remember this value or there can be some typo error, we will give name to this value. For example, we have given the name pi to this value. So for the purpose of defining something that has a name and value, we will use the name in our logic and this value will be replaced by this name. You will understand when we will use hash define preprocessor directive in our program. So the header file also can be, there are two types of a header file. The first type is called library file. This is written by someone and we will use the functionality, and this is part of a compiler and part of compiler. We can also write our own header file to include user defined header file. We will use hash include, and then we will write the name of the header file in a double quotes. If the header file is written in a angle brace, this means that the file is with a compiler and this is a part of the compiler. Mean this file will be in a folder that is a include folder where compiler is installed. If we want to write our own header file and use in our program, we will use hash include, and then we will write the name of the header file in a double quotes. This is the explanation of first line that we write in the start of our program. After that we write main. This is the main function. So this is called main function. Why we call this is the main function? So main is the name of the function, and if after name there are parentheses, we call this is function. If there is a name followed by parenthesis, we call this as a function. The main function is called the program entry point. This is called program entry point. If there is no main function in our program, our code will be compiled, but this will not execute. For the execution, our code main function is must. After the main function, we will write two curly braces. These two curly braces are called the delimiters. This is called the opening curly brace and this is called the closing curly braces. The small braces are called parentheses. We will write our instructions in these two curly braces. Each line is called statement. So in a two curly braces we can write multiple statements or lines. Each line is called a statement and each line will be ended by semicolon. So each line will be terminated by the symbol semicolon. This is called semicolon. Semicolon is called statement terminator. So this semicolon is called statement terminator. So in today's lecture we want to write a message on a screen that is hello world, or we can write a message on a screen welcome to C++ course. These are the two messages that we want to display on a screen. To display something on a screen, we write cout. The functionality of cout is defined in a file that is IO stream header file. We have already included this file in our program. So this cout belongs to IO stream. C means console. C is for console, and out mean output. After that, we write two opening angle braces. These two angle braces are called stream insertion operator. That we want to display something on a screen. So these two opening angle braces after cout are called stream insertion operator. To display some message on a screen, we will write our message here. So our message was hello world. If we want to display something on a screen, for example, we have written hello world and we wish to display on a screen this message, we will enclose this message in a two double quotes symbols. So we will write the starting double quotes, and after that we will write the closing double quotes. Anything that is enclosed in double quotes is called string. So if we have written some text and there is a opening double quotes and closing double quotes, we will call that thing as a string. We have already studied that each line will be terminated by the symbol that is a semicolon. We have written a message that we want to display hello world on a screen. So we will first of all we will compile this code. When we have clicked on a compile button, this is called the compile button. So we have just clicked on a compile button, and here we will write the name of the program. So this is the I have written the first program name of the program. This code is being compiled and there is an error, and the error is that the compiler says that cout was not declared in this scope. Mean the compiler want to know that what is a cout. So we will use one line here, that is we will write this as a using namespace std. What are the meaning of this line? We will explain in a future lectures why we write using namespace std. After that we will compile our source code, and the source code is compiled and there is no error. After compilation we will run the code. We will use this button to run our program. So as you have seen on the screen, there is a message that is a hello world. This screen is called console. I want to change my message to welcome to C++ course. After that I will compile the source code. This is the button. I have just given the command to compile the source code. The source code is compiled and there is no error. Then we will execute our source code. This is the button to execute. So I have just pressed the button and there is a message, welcome to C++ course.